Good morning, everyone. T-Speaker 222 with Swing Traders Anonymous. It's 8:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. I wanted to do an early update on the state of crypto. You've seen we had a fake out last night, which was completely expected. We were calling for that. The crypto market cap got rejected by $2 trillion. It's using the 1.974 trillion as support, as resistance instead of support as it tried to last night. But it quickly got pulled back under. We've got severe pullbacks on the wicks in the crypto market cap, so do not be fooled. The next move down would be 1.879 trillion. That's where it would move down to the support level. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're paying attention to. Could we have a further drop? You better believe it. When you look at Tether right now, it's starting to reverse. Tether was having an awful, it had a little nice drop at the end of the weekend. It wasn't a huge drop, but that same couple percent that it went up, it gave right back. So it's starting to turn around right now. But when Tether's red, usually crypto's green. And when Tether's green, for whatever reason, the crypto's red. But Tether's being delisted off of major platforms. So that's the story to be watching. Just like crypto's being banned in China in all forms. So there's some serious things to be watching in the crypto market. So don't get caught up in all the FUD and bullshit, because right now is not the time to be watching FUD. That little push up last night, if you watch my XRP Future Millionaire page, which you should, check the video description below for the link. I'm just short of 3,700 subscribers. So, and that's my partnered page. If you would have watched that or seen it last night, I showed how this was a fake out due to the futures open when it went up to almost 2 trillion. It was expected. Of course, volume's going to come in the futures open, and the price was lower. It never moved. That's why we had our price target of 97 cents on XRP, up to 99 cents. I didn't think it could get all the way to the cup at $1.07. Just like with Bitcoin, I didn't think we could get all the way up and finish these cups at 45.1. Had a fake breakout, and now it's right at, it's at the end of the apex now. Some of them that made bigger moves were at the apex. Look at XRP, it jumped off the apex moment, and then it got quickly pulled back down into the apex. This is nothing short of manipulated push last night, like we were talking about. So, you look at ADA, we're waiting for this pullback. Our first pullback would be to $1.79, then $1.52. We've been riding this uptrending. Remember I told you when you do this, I like to ride them, the uptrending, I like to build them higher. That's why, because it used that as resistance the whole way up. Even after the apex, it just never made a move down. But we have our overall moves that we're waiting for. Our next move's $1.79. First, we'll stop off at $2.02, obviously, and then we go down to $1.52 ultimately. So that's 88. That was a look at the total crypto market cap. That was a look at Tether, Bitcoin, a little bit of XRP. Take a look at XYO real quick. We're still waiting. It's still riding this 0.286, the 28 line. We don't know if it's going to come back up. We've had severe pullbacks. And off of this pennant, it's saying we're coming down to 0.03. So we're being awfully cautious here. And we've had a big sideways consolidation. And if it falls off, it's going to fall off very quickly to 2.2 and then all the way down to 0.03. So be very careful with XYO. I know it looks like it was in a bull pennant, but it's since fallen out of there, like we talked about, that it was going to break down. And now we're just waiting. It's a real new coin, but we've got to come down to these targets and make a new kind of line. Unless it's just going to stay on that line. If it stays on this line and somehow bounces up. But we've literally started to run out of volume now, ladies and gentlemen. Which is often typical of these coins when they drop. So pay attention to that. COTI, we've been watching this. It's basically doing what we're saying. We're still waiting, but I think when it drops down, it's going to come down under and ultimately come down to that 29.9. But I think it's got to come down to that 40 cents sooner rather than later if it breaks out of this pennant. We're on a durable formation. Anybody who doesn't think so doesn't understand technical analysis. As long as this is going up and keep going up, at the moment it breaks down, it's going to come back down to where it started at 30 cents roughly, where that formation started. So that's where the gap is. That's what's going to have to be filled. And whether you agree or not, too bad. Because that's how it works. Let's see. Storage. Good old storage. I don't think I've updated this in some time, but it looks like a fucking fantastic pattern to update. With repetition comes better results. Remember, ladies and gentlemen. And I know it's early. I've done 2 great updates already. XRP Future Millionaire page. Don't you dare skip that. Go check it out. There's an update on there that will break down the market for you in a beautiful sense. So now we're going to break out the pennant, because after this, I'm going to go. It's early. I'm still waking up. Putting in some extra work here this morning because it's absolutely critical. We're going to have a big week this week, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of stuff is going to happen. A lot of people are going to get caught off guard. So 74 cents for storage out of this breaking pennant. And this is the continuation part. I could have done it from the top and it'll probably meet exactly right here. But this is the continuation of the bear pennant. So that's what we're looking at. Got a little bit of room to run in there still. So, but other than that, guys. Oh, and then H-bar. I wanted to do H-bar. That's the one that I really wanted to do. So we've done a lot of H-bar. H-bar 21.7 is where it looks like it's going to break out of there. We have a massive pennant that formed, but we're breaking down from smaller times in smaller areas to try to see the exact implications. But obviously, you guys can see when this breaks down, there's going to be a big move. So I'm expecting a move down, and we're going to bring it into the shorter time frame so you guys can see what I did. And that was the first move. So now we can redo this. Well, we don't even have to redo it. It broke outside. So what we can do is extend across, like I always tell you guys. Shit. And then, because now we know what we're doing, we extend it out farther. And it obviously was an extended pattern. So you can do that. It broke up, came back inside it. What the fuck are you looking at, you bitch? My neighbor. How you doing? So every time he walks out and he stares at me like that, I'm like, what are you looking at, you bitch? And then he looks at me and gives me the finger. And he just did it again. I think he's mad because he's getting ready to go to work. Sometimes, see, it's cool to have older neighbors that are fun. So anyhow, that's what we're looking at. A breakdown out of here at the 24.4. And I think that's pretty fair. I think that's where Hedera is going to go. If it finishes off this pattern. It's riding this perfectly. It's had a few fake ups. But other than that, it looks like it's getting ready to roll over on itself. The volume's died out a lot for Hedera hash graph. So H-bar. So that's just a quick morning update, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new or returning. Turn that bell notification to all. And for the love of God, go check out my XRP Future Millionaire page and my Twitter. It's in the video description below.